Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of the Comfort Zone podcast. We are so excited to finally be bringing this to you, to finally be recording it. We've had this planned for so long. We are so excited. There's so many things that me and JC sit and talk about, and we're like, why is nobody talking about this? Why is this never spoken about online? And we have a very raw, honest, open dynamic.
There's no holding back.
Yeah,
we talk about everything.
There really is no holding back.
And I feel like you would really enjoy listening to the ins and outs of our brains.
Agree. And hopefully you will, because that's what you're about to get for the next 45 minutes.
And hopefully you'll come back and join us every single Sunday.
If you want to, please follow our podcast.
Yes.
We also have an Instagram account and a TikTok account.
Yep.
But follow us on Spotify and you will get the latest episodes every week.
Every single week you'll be back in the comfort zone.
Yay!
Exciting! So every episode we're going to start with our weekly wins and wobbles. We're going to go into something that got us down in the week. And something that we want to celebrate, because we're just normal people. Like, every single person has negative things that happen to them, and we love celebrating the small wins as well.
I think that's the thing about this podcast as well. We want to keep it really real. Like, we are just two people who both struggle sometimes, but also both like to celebrate the small wins, because we've both been on journeys that have had a lot of hardships.
Yeah,
and
we could say that.
Now I just think it's really important to celebrate the little things that happen.
Yeah.
And we'd also love if you guys want to comment your one and wobble.
Your one and wobble.
Your wins and your wobbles of the week in the comment section.
Yes, please do. We would love to hear all of your little celebrations and celebrate them with you.
Woo!
Exciting.
We have a little party.
In the comments. Okay, who wants to go first? The pressure's on. Should we start with our wobbles, because then we can end on a high?
What do you think? That. Yeah, let's go wobbles first.
Okay, let's get them out of the way. My wobble last week was that, well, I'm an overthinker. I don't know if you are as well. Is that a question?
Yes.
Okay, so even if someone uses a different emoji to normal, or like the tiniest change in their tone of voice, I get really upset, and I think into it like on another level, to the point where I spend my whole day just worrying that everyone hates me. And that happened last week. And I had a really, really, not anxious day, but I was just thinking about it the whole day, and I was really on edge because I thought I'd done something really wrong and I didn't know what it was. Turns out I hadn't. Turns out, obviously.
That's always the way.
Yeah, I was just thinking into things way too much and making up scenarios in my head. But it got me down. It really did get me down for a day. That's my wobble.
But at the end of it, you realised that you hadn't done anything wrong?
Yeah, I hadn't done anything wrong at all. I'd literally read into the lines to a point where there wasn't even a line there. And I just made up.
You were just making stuff up.
Yeah, I was making stuff up and doing it to myself. But that's human. I think that's the brain of an overthinker.
That is the thing. We are both overthinkers, and that is something we're going to go into a lot in this podcast, is actually overcoming overthinking, even though we both do still struggle with it.
Exactly. I think it's unavoidable.
I think when you have an anxious brain, it's going to happen. Yeah. Let's be honest.
But it's how you deal with it. Yeah, I think I just realised that sometimes you invent how other people are feeling and you jump to conclusions that aren't there.
Yes.
And it's a good thing to remember in future scenarios, that I can go back to this day and be like, actually, none of that was true. So in this situation, I'm probably making it up as well.
Yeah. Do you know, I saw a TikTok the other day, and it was this guy saying, like, you know, the fact that you always just assume that everyone's thinking bad things about you. Like, you are actually going through life just inventing these things that other people are thinking about you.
Yeah.
Just make them think good things.
Exactly.
Just pretend that they're thinking good things, because you're the ones that's deciding that.
Thinking. Yeah, exactly. You always presume that everyone's judging you, but no one is.
Yeah. And if they are,
it's their problem.
It's not as easy as just being like, so what? Because obviously it's hard to have people judge you, but at the same time, it's your life.
Exactly.
Anyway, I feel like we're covering a lot in this.
We are. That could be a whole episode in itself, and I think it might be.
Yeah.
I think it might have to be.
Come back for episode 45.
45 in a year's time. Can you tell me about your wobble?
My wobble this week was that I was actually getting a lot of hate on social media, and I was letting it get to me, and I don't usually let it get to me, because usually I'm like, well, it's... I just hit the plant. Usually I'm like, you know what, it's fine. It's my life. I don't care.
Yeah.
But this week I was really getting in my head. I think because I've had a lot going on in my life, I was more sensitive, and I was upset. I just had a lot of comments criticising me and criticising my content, which is what I put all my time into.
Yeah.
And I think it just really hurt, and I really let myself forget for a moment that actually the opinions that matter are my my
Own
opinions and the people that I love's opinions. Like,
Yeah.
people are going to misunderstand me online, and that's okay.
Because they don't see your 24 hours or your 7 days a week. They see the parts that you choose to share. And as much as we share all of the real things that are happening and keep it very open and vulnerable, it's impossible to share our whole lives. Like, it actually is impossible. And there's some things that we can choose not to share. But not in a sense of, like, we don't want you to know because obviously we tell you everything. But
No,
in the
but
sense
it's
of...
important to have privacy.
Yeah. It's a difficult thing to navigate, really. Like, what you choose to put online.
Because you want to be authentic, but you also don't want to show so much of you that you have nothing left for yourself, if you know what I mean.
I haven't thought about it like that, really.
We're getting deep. Yeah, but that was my wobble.
That's understandable, but you have to... It's easier said than done, again, but you have to remember that there are so many people that are commenting nice things as well.
Yeah.
But I do the same. You read one negative comment and you're like, right, that's it.
That's the thing you hold on to
that.
every time.
Yeah, and even in real life, like when you think back, I don't know, to your childhood, you'll think of the one person that was mean to you and you'll never think of everyone that was ever nice to you. I think that's just how our brains are wired.
Our brains have like a negative bias, I think.
Yeah.
There is some kind of psychology term, but...
Yeah, but we don't know that.
I don't know it. Wins?
And you win! Yeah.
You can go first. You can do your wins.
Okay, my win this week was that I slowed down a lot. Like, a lot. I've been pretty much go for the past few months and I haven't had a minute really to myself. And this week I really just let myself calm down, take some time and relax, and it was really nice. I forget how important rest is.
That's one thing that you guys will know about JC, or will learn pretty quickly. She is an
Expose me.
overworker. And I've been saying to her for so long, like, I don't know how you do it. I don't know how
Neither do I.
you do so much. But I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
The fact that you were
Thank
like,
you so
yeah,
much.
I need to rest, I deserve to rest, and you let yourself slow
Like
down
full
a
on
bit.
permission.
Yeah. I know that's... Because also we're not talking exercise sort of thing. We're talking like actual she's just working
I
constantly.
don't even know what I do. I just somehow find stuff to do.
Does not
so
have a
that
chill
I'm
bone
busy.
in her body. But I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. And I feel
Yeah.
really good for it. Like, I feel like I've got more energy and that I've got a bit more, like, I don't know, zest for life, because there's things I actually enjoy outside of working. It's like discovering a whole new side of myself.
Yeah.
At the ripe old age of 23.
You say ripe old age.
It's definitely
23
not
is
old.
still very young.
Definitely not old.
You're a 5-year-old adult.
That's true.
Mm.
So I need to be less hard on myself, because
Yeah.
I'm still learning. I'm still navigating.
Exactly.
Yeah. Tell me your win.
Do you know what? As you were saying that, I realised my win was the direct opposite of yours. I managed to do more.
Wow.
Which
look at you.
It sounds funny, but I have ADHD. I really struggle with productivity.
Yeah.
In the opposite way that JC does.
Which is why we probably work so well together.
Yeah, because you do all the work and I do nothing. No. This is the thing. That's not fair on me because I do get stuff done.
No, you do, exactly.
But...
Don't be so hard on yourself. I'm laughing, but it's not true.
No.
It's not true.
Okay. But the thing is, I have been really struggling with stuff in my personal life, and it has made it so hard to just get up and get on with stuff and just do my work or just create content, just do what I need to be doing.
Which is understandable because there's too much going on in your head to be like, right now I have to do 101 other things as well.
But I'm also an adult with responsibilities, which is the really difficult thing. It's like I need to get up and do things, and I've been really struggling with the fact that I haven't been able to do it. But this last week, I've just managed to get up and get on a bit more. Thank you.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, it's
and
been
how
a good
does it
week.
feel?
It's been good. It's been really nice to feel like I'm a bit more capable. Yeah. Not that I was incapable, but like when there's so much going on in your life and you've got grief and you've got stresses and everything's changing, like it feels really overwhelming, and trying to get on with stuff is so difficult. But then when you can't get on with stuff, you're then beating yourself up because you're like, oh my God, there's so much to do and I'm doing none of it.
It's a lose-lose situation. You just feel a bit stuck.
Yeah.
But I'm proud of you for making steps.
Thanks. Yeah, I've had a good week. What
have you done?
Well, you saw a panic in my face. I can't remember what I had for dinner last night, so...
So you can't tell me what you've done, but I'm proud of you.
I've done a lot.
I know you've left the house a lot because every time I've messaged you, you've been like, I'm going out, and I'm like,
yay! I'm walking down the park. I'm walking around. Yeah.
I'm like, oh my goodness.
I've been doing a lot more.
Very proud of you.
I feel adequately praised.
You feel acknowledged.
I need a drink. That's what I need. Before we get into our topic of the week, we are going to introduce ourselves a little bit because...
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of otherwise working on the assumption that absolutely everybody who is watching this knows who we are.
And you might not.
You might not.
We might just be, two strangers on the internet.
Yeah, just sat on a sofa, just chilling, just waffling at you. You might be seeing us for the first time. So if you are, my name is Ro. short for Roisin, but nobody calls me Roisin because it's Irish and people get confused.
So it's Ro.
It's Ro.
It's Ro.
I've been doing social media for about 3 years. I started because I was going through eating disorder recovery and I wanted to share my journey to help other people and also to hold myself accountable. And then my account kind of just grew from there, and ever since then I've been raising awareness around mental health and eating disorders and anxiety. I've had struggles with PTSD and getting out of the house. And I also have ADHD, which just makes me sound like I've listed about 100 different things that I have.
But you're doing incredible things.
Thank you.
To share that with so many people, and I know you've helped so many people by sharing your journey. So
One thing about me is I will start crying if you compliment me.
Oh no.
I'm going to start sobbing.
But I know so many people have looked up to you for helping their own journeys. So it's just incredible what you do.
Thank you.
I'm in awe.
Thank you.
I'm in awe.
Thank you very much. It
You're
is
very
such
welcome.
a crazy thing to be on this journey and sharing it with so many people, but it's also such an honour to know that people are finding my content helpful, and so yeah,
it's the same with me really. Like, it's something that you never set out to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, you start posting almost, I feel like for me, I've been doing it for, I can't even think, I think it's been almost 3 years, 2.5 maybe. But I started just posting more selfishly, like for myself, to hold myself accountable and to just open up, because I didn't really have anyone to talk to. And then to have people open up about their struggles with you makes you feel so much less alone. I struggled with eating as well, and body image, and just generally navigating life, like navigating friendships, navigating growing up, navigating not knowing what you want to do. And sharing that online has helped me so much, because I can actually talk to people about it that feel the same thing. And yeah, since then I guess I've had people join me on my journey as well.
sweet.
It's been really fun.
One of the things that I think me and JC click so much in is the fact that we both are very much homebodies.
Oh
and
yeah.
We're not party girls.
No.
We don't go out and drink and stuff.
No.
And
This
I
is
mean,
our idea of a good day out.
This is my idea of a very nice afternoon out.
Literally yesterday we sat on the sofa, I think it was for about 8 hours straight.
Yeah.
And we didn't move.
We just chatted and
Yeah.
had a great time.
So
We kind of just communally rotted.
yeah.
But it was
community
nice.
sofa
It was great.
rotted.
It was great.
It was what I needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're both very much just like, we like a quiet life. And
Yeah.
we also like to do things, but we both find our social battery runs out quite quickly. I'd say.
Very.
Wait, would you say that's fair?
I
for
would
you?
say that's very fair.
Yeah, cool.
That's very fair. I have planned for like 4 days straight this week, and I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do it.
Oh, I usually need like a day or two to recover after a plan.
Yeah.
That's the thing as well. Like, this podcast, we want it to be your safe space. We want to
Yeah.
feel like we are your friends who you are spending time with.
Yeah.
We're having a big sister chat.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to ask us questions, like
Yeah.
join us every week. And I just want you to know that we have no judgments and we
At all.
are just very chill, laid back,
Yeah.
quiet people.
Yeah.
I'd
We
say.
don't. It's not fair for me to say I don't do anything, but like I'm so stuck in my routine, and I'm so stuck like the small things. We appreciate the small things. That's how I'm gonna say it. We have our small comforts, and we're so chill. This is like such a safe place.
And we both have very similar kind of opinions on things. And I think we're both
Yeah.
very mindful of never being triggering. So if you are
Yeah,
someone who
that's true.
struggles with like eating related stuff, fitness stuff, we solemnly promise, don't know if
Yeah.
that's the right word,
Yeah.
we promise to never, ever, ever be triggering, and we will always, always put a trigger warning at the start of an episode that we think could even slightly be triggering.
Yes.
So this is going to be a safe space.
A very safe space. So on that topic, Ro, tell me what's been on your mind this week.
I've had a lot on my mind this week, actually.
So just tell me one thing, please.
Just get it out. A therapy session commencing. Do you know what? And actually, we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
The biggest thing that's been on my mind this week is the comparison trap. Comparison in general, to be honest. I feel like social media at the moment is going down this road of like everything just feels insanely triggering. And I'm not
I
even
feel
someone
that.
I'm not even someone that really gets triggered by things, but it's like this constant productivity being shoved in my face, this constant like, I woke up at 5 a.m. and I went for a run and I'm training for a marathon, and then I got home and I cleaned my entire house, and then I went and saw 5 different friends, and then
Yeah.
and then I did an 8-hour shift, and then I came and I'm like,
How
oh
does that
my
even
god,
happen?
like I cannot
Yeah.
even comprehend keeping up with you. I could not do the things that they do every morning and not be utterly exhausted. And obviously I
that.
have my own reasons for that, and I would love to build a healthier morning routine, one where I'm kind of getting up at the same time every day and like going and having a good fueling breakfast and then taking my meds and then getting up and doing stuff. Like, I do really struggle to get started in the day. and I know that that's my own kind of thing, and I don't think that it's bad for them to be doing it, but like it feels like everyone is this ultra productive version of themselves right now, and
Yeah.
I'm not, and I'm really struggling with that.
And it's not pushed in our faces in a sense, but it's perceived as normal for everyone, and everyone's lives look so different. So it's difficult to watch in the sense of like, if you're not doing that, it makes you feel like you're doing something wrong, and you're really not. That's how I feel. That's how I feel when I'm watching, I don't know, people, like you said, getting up at 5 o'clock and doing a million things. Like my 5 to 9 routine, that involves almost what I do my whole day, and they do it like before 9 o'clock in the morning.
I know.
And I don't understand how.
It's literally like, guys, I wake up at 4 a.m. and I go on a run, and then I go and cook a whole breakfast, and I'm like, I would be so proud of myself if I managed to do that
but
in
then
a
it would
morning.
also, I wouldn't be able to move for the next day. And that's not coming from a sense of like, we don't do anything. I feel like that makes us sound like we don't do anything in our days. Like we do a lot, but we don't do it at 5 o'clock in the morning. Like,
also, let's just be honest, some of these influencers are not doing that at 5 a.m.
yeah.
If they've set the camera up, which I've literally done this before, but if you've set the camera up to film yourself getting out of bed, you've already gotten up to set the camera up. Do you know what I mean? So
and you're making your bed and getting back in it.
Yeah, we have to be honest.
Yeah, I don't wake up looking like that. Not even looking like that, not in the sense that I've done my makeup or done my hair, but I will wake up with dribble on me and my hair in a mess, and yeah.
I've been grinding my teeth all night. I do not look pretty when I wake up. But the thing is as well, like this isn't to say that people are fake for setting the camera up and then getting up, because if I'm setting the camera up to then film myself getting up, it's to show in a day, it's to show an example of what my morning routine looks like.
Just to set some context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like we need to be hateful on these people, but I do just think we need to be realistic. Like it's not achievable for every human being to be getting up at 5 a.m. and going on a run. And also it wouldn't even be healthy for me to be doing that, because I know I'd be obsessive about it and I couldn't do it. And so when I'm seeing these people do this like intense exercise every morning, there's that part of my brain that's like, oh my god, you're not doing enough. But then there's also this part of me that's like, I really can't do that, because it will make me unwell and I will get obsessive about it.
Exactly. You need to really stay in tune with yourself, which is something that's so difficult to do when you're getting this influx of everyone having these wild routines. You have to be really honest and be like, actually no, that's not for me, which is really hard to do.
Yeah. The other thing is, and I really don't want this to come across as rude, right?
Yeah.
But I've seen a lot of body positivity content where, oh, I cannot word this without it sounding wrong, guys.
We don't have a hateful bone in our body.
No.
Like, I just want to put that out there. Like, everything comes from a good place, and it comes from what we would have thought about it previously when we were not in a good place. Like, when I'm looking at content, knowing what I used to think, I'm thinking about how that girl felt. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think what I'm trying to say is, right, if like I've seen a lot of content recently, say like even skin positivity, and someone's like, this is what my natural skin looks like, and it's so much better than mine, and they're insecure of that. I think there's a whole culture of like insecurity content at the moment, which we literally both make content like that.
Exactly.
But a lot of these people that are making the content are actively saying that they're really insecure about something that I have, or something that I have and wasn't insecure about, and it's making me feel worse.
It's giving people new insecurities, like you said, that they wouldn't have had previously, because everyone's insecurities are different and they all come from different places. Like, it could come from something that someone said to you when you were like 5 years old, and now you're insecure about that, but someone else wasn't.
Yeah.
So it's unfair for us to compare ourselves to everyone's insecurities, because like you said, they're so significant to that one person. Like, we're all going on our own journeys, and we're all insecure about different things, and it's difficult sharing that online with millions of people that have different opinions. That's why comparison is just it's such a tricky thing, because what are we actually comparing ourselves to?
Okay, I think the thing as well is it's not even their fault that we're insecure.
Yeah.
Like, it's not their fault that they exist in a body that's making someone else insecure. Like, that is not their fault.
No.
But why are we comparing ourselves? Why do we all feel the need to fit in a box and be a certain way?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about you, but my whole life I just wanted to be like everyone else, because I didn't want to stand out at all. And I think the reason I get insecurities is because I see what other people feel insecure about, and I think, oh, that's what I should be feeling insecure about.
Exactly.
That's what I should change.
When it's their own insecurity for a reason for them, which is completely valid, but doesn't need to be your insecurity as well.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to realise that. It's so difficult to put it into the right words, but just because someone else is insecure about something, it doesn't mean that you need to be as well. But then that's so much easier said than done, because...
No, carry on.
No, go.
No.
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 Actually, no.
I cut you off.
So much easier said than done, because I'm so guilty of it. So it's very easy for me to sit here and say, don't let someone else's insecurities become your own, but it's just human.
Yeah, it is very human. But I also think, like, sometimes there's an issue when those insecurities become very harmful.
Yeah.
Like, I made a video on TikTok about this, and I had a lot of mixed opinions.
Interesting.
Everyone and their wife seems to be losing weight right now.
Yeah.
And it's making everyone feel like they also need to be losing weight. It's this whole culture again, which I thought we were moving past. I really thought we were moving past it. Everyone's like, no matter what body size you're in, you should be trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
No, just because other people are losing weight to a point where they're probably dangerously unhealthily small.
It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it makes me worry for them
Yeah.
because this body type is really being glamorized again, and it's like Victoria's Secret show came back and there was definitely underweight bodies.
I didn't even watch it.
I didn't watch it, but I
No.
saw some of the content around it. And
Yeah.
this is the thing, right? You don't, just because somebody else is insecure about their weight or is following a beauty trend and is losing weight does not mean you need to lose weight.
No.
You do not need to force your body to fit into a trend. That trend, unfortunately, bodies shouldn't even be trends. That trend's going to pass. That trend will be gone in a year.
It's like everything's relived itself back from, I don't know, I wasn't alive, but like the 90s. Like it's just going to go in a full cycle and we're expected to constantly keep up. And that's not a good thing to do to your body.
Oh my god, your body's going to suffer so much.
Yeah.
If you spend the next 5 years chasing the current body type, you are going to damage your body so much.
Yeah.
To only then have to change your body again to follow some new trend. Like,
Bodies are not a trend.
bodies are not trends.
No.
Bodies are not trends. We
No.
need to let go of this, oh my god, X, Y, and Z person looks so good being skinny. I want to be skinny. Like,
No.
your body is not going to look like anybody else's for good reason.
No.
Your bone structure is not the same as anyone else. The way you carry fat is not the same as anyone else. The amount you need to eat in a day is not the same as anyone else. We all have our own bodies with our own needs. And oh my gosh, like, I know it's so easy to compare yourself to people on social media because everyone seems to be losing weight at the moment. You do not need to lose weight. You just don't.
Retweet.
Retweet. Preach.
But I completely agree. No, I say this a lot. It's about focusing on how you feel, which is obviously really difficult to do. But if you were to get to the body that you think you want, the way that you feel, and I know the way that I felt, and I know the way that you felt as well, it's not a nice place to be in. Like, you will feel like an empty shell of yourself. And that's not a way that I want to live life.
And it's not worth it. Like, this
No.
whole, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. Literally everything tastes better than being skinny. Literally everything.
Fact. The fact that we sat there and laughed pretty much all day yesterday, I don't remember laughing when I was underweight.
I didn't even have that energy. I was literally
No.
staring into space like this.
Yeah. Like, I was just not existent.
Yeah. I was so boring. I pushed everyone I loved away.
Yeah.
Because this is the thing, right? When you're underweight or you are losing weight, the only thing you can think about is food.
Yeah.
The only thing
24/7.
that you can focus on is food. And it's so boring.
Yeah, it's
But
so
in
draining.
that point, your body's like, give me food. And you're like, I'm just going to
Yeah.
watch it instead. Like,
Yeah.
your life will become so small because you are trying to fit a body trend, because you are comparing yourself to this current trend on social media.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
No, there's so much else going on in the world and so many other things that you can live for. To be spontaneous and to say yes to things and to go out with your friends and not sit there the whole time thinking about when you're going to eat, like, that's the life that you want to live. Like,
Yeah.
I think about this a lot when I'm 80 and I look back on my teenage years and my 20s. Like, I want to remember going out and having fun and doing all the things that I couldn't do in my 80-year-old body that I wish I did in my 20s. And if I was spending my whole life chasing a trend on social media, I would have nothing to look back on.
Like,
At all.
That's
I don't
so
even
true.
remember anything from when I was like 18 to, I don't know, 18, 19. I don't remember anything.
I know, I think my brain blocked out a lot of memories. Or like,
Yeah.
I wasn't energized enough to even make memories or something.
Exactly.
But yeah, well, your body goes into shutdown because it's like, I want to stay
Exactly.
alive, please, can we not be doing this?
Exactly.
But this is the thing, right? What you just said about being 80, like,
Yeah.
do you seriously think that you're going to get to 80 years old and when somebody says, what was the best part of your 20s? You're going to say, when I starved myself.
Exactly.
When I refused to eat because I wanted to be skinny. That was a great time.
When everyone around me was having birthday cake and I wasn't.
Yeah.
That was my favourite memory.
Never going to be
No.
the thing that sticks out. And
No.
also, nobody's going to like you more because you're smaller.
No, that's the thing. When I think about you, am I going to say, oh yeah, I really, really like her because of her legs? Like, what?
No, yeah.
Make it make
Am
sense.
I going to look at you and go,
Yeah.
JC has really clear skin and that's why I love her?
No. Like, that's never, ever come into my head. Ever. About anyone.
If you are hanging, because I can imagine, like, I don't know, like modelling agencies or something. I feel like there's
Yeah.
got to be people that probably do speak like that.
Probably.
bin them off.
Yeah.
Do not befriend
Go.
people like that.
No.
If people like that exist, you don't want to be around them.
No.
But
It's
good
such
people,
a wild concept, yeah.
good people aren't going to care about that.
No, they're there for you and who you are as a person and your personality and the way that you make people laugh and the way that you make people smile and feel good about themselves. That's what people are there for, and people care about you so much, and you are so much more than your body.
So much more.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep putting accents on.
Breaking
by the
into
way.
song.
So much more.
Go on.
We did
Keeping that in.
whatever the opposite of a harmony was. No, delete it.
No.
I've got a really itchy nose.
Fuck, I just spilled Coke down.
JC is the messiest person. Actually, no, I'm messier, but you're clumsier.
Okay. I'll take that.
Clumsy and messy.
Yeah, I just managed to break things 24/7 and spill things and lose things.
Every time I'm around you, it's like, really, JC?
You just hear it from the other room, like, what has she done this time?
That time when JC fell down an escalator.
We don't talk about that.
Okay.
I've blocked that out.
Okay.
I've blocked that out. Story time. Okay, it's already a story time.
We were in London on a rainy day.
Yeah.
JC had shoes that didn't have good grip on.
Yeah.
We're going down an escalator, which was for some reason outside.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Some shopping centre or something.
Yeah, it was in Battersea.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even... In the blink of an eye, she was just
On the floor.
on the floor.
Sliding
Not
down
on
the
floor, on an
escalators.
escalator.
I literally full on... My bum hurt a lot from that.
I think your legs kind of just went out from underneath you and then you
Yeah.
just boom. You were just on your ass on the escalator.
In the middle of this whole shopping centre.
Yeah.
I'm surprised no one looked or even like asked if I was okay.
Do you know that really made me have a realisation about myself? Because I was
Yeah.
like, I don't react in danger
No.
situations.
You just looked
like,
at me and you're like...
I literally just stared at you and just sort of went, are you going to get up?
And I'm sat there like...
You were just like,
Oh.
and you were like, are you not embarrassed? And I was like, no, I just think it's quite funny, to be honest. And then we just walked off.
Yeah. That's proof that no one cares. Like,
Literally
no
nobody
one
even
cares.
looked. London is wild.
Yeah.
You could fall over on an escalator.
And no one would
Nobody would
look
care.
twice, no.
But your white trousers survived, so
They did.
it's all
They
good.
did. That's the most important thing.
I'm exposing you to the whole world. I'm sorry.
I only had a video of that.
Oh
Insert
my God.
video here.
We should get the CCTV from that
Message
shopping
them.
centre.
Oh, it would be atrocious.
Do you remember You've Been Framed?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would have gone so hard on
That
You've
would
Been
have
Framed.
gone viral. Not viral because it's on
£250.
TV, but I'll take it.
Get in my pocket.
Give it to me. Oh.
No, I feel like there's actually too much to talk about on this topic.
Before we jump into all of our ways that we kind of deal with comparison when we feel ourselves going into the trap, I wanted to quickly touch on something else that I know I used to do a lot, and that's food comparison. We've spoken about exercise comparison. We've spoken about life productivity comparison. We've spoken about body comparison. Yeah, I feel like food is the last one because I did that a lot.
I also did that a lot, and I also
Yeah.
think it's very easy to do it when you're seeing a lot of sort of what I eat in a days
Yeah.
and clean
Oh, don't even get me
eating.
started.
Did you know that you could make this treat that you love, but you can make it 4 calories and
Yeah, and
have
with no
3
sugar.
ingredients? And it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I just want to eat the actual donut. I don't want to make a gluten-free, sugar-free donut, please. Like,
Exactly, just let me have the damn donut.
but it's very easy to see those videos that are so innocent.
yeah, they
And-
probably don't mean any harm by them at all.
Of course they do. Like,
No.
nobody's going to put that out there to actually harm anyone. But when
No.
you see it and you're like, oh, so you want me to eat a healthier version of a donut, so therefore you think donuts are unhealthy and shouldn't be
And-
eaten.
yeah,
That's
and
what my
that's-
brain takes from it.
It puts it into the good and bad food mindset, which is
Yeah.
literally a made up thing.
Food does not have moral values.
No, there's
Food
no
is
way
not good or bad.
a food can make you a bad person or a good person, or food is food. Like, food is literally just food.
Food is fuel,
Yeah,
and
it's also so many other things. It's happiness. It's
it's socialization.
exactly,
That's so sociological.
but it is.
It is, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
Think about all the times we've met up.
And
There's not a
every time we
single
go to
time
food.
we've not eaten together,
No, exactly.
and we're always having a great time.
We are. One thing about us is that we always choose what we want. Always.
Yeah, always. You will
Yeah.
not catch me ordering something because I think that it's what I
should
should
have
order.
it. Yeah.
We are always like, yes, I'll have the burger. I'll
Yeah,
have the chips.
Give me the pizza.
Give me the mayo
Give
on
me
the
the
side.
pasta.
Give me the garlic bread with it. Like,
yeah.
we just have such food freedom.
And it's such a nice feeling.
It's something I love so much about
know.
our friendship. I think the first time we hung out, we had like a really just normal meal, like
Yeah.
something that we didn't even really think twice about, but it was like a burger and
can't even
chips or
remember.
something. Or
Was it
Nando's?
pancakes? It was pancakes.
No, first time we went for dinner.
Oh yeah, dinner. Okay.
It might have been Nando's or something.
Yeah.
Or Wagamama's.
I think it was
It was Waga's
There's
after,
too many.
It was after that, the talk with the Surgeon General.
Yeah. We went to Wagamama's.
We went to Waga's, and then you were like, oh, should we go get something sweet somewhere? And then we went to
Yeah.
Five Guys and got a milkshake.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
That's what
this
is
is
enjoyment.
my idea of, like, a good meal.
Yeah.
I have quite a unrefined palate. The opposite of taste. I like beige things. I like plain things.
Yeah.
I do. Okay, I'm not super fussy. I do eat more than like some people, but I
Yeah.
also don't like the really super bougie tiny little meals.
Oh yeah, no, I know what you mean. That's what I was gonna say. I feel every time we've been out, we've been to. I was gonna say normal places. That's not the right thing to say, but we haven't been to like.
We're more affordable eaters.
That's the word. That's what I'm looking for. But I know what you mean when you get these like fancy one leaf on a plate. It's
Oh,
like,
I'm always
what?
hungry. I'm always
What?
so hungry after those meals.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Not that I've ever even actually had one of those, so I don't know what I'm talking about really.
I
But-
actually have. And
Have you?
the food was nice, but I need a good portion.
Exactly.
But this is what I mean on social media. It's so easy to see people eating these tiny little meals or just having
Yeah.
portion sizes that are so small.
For
And then you're like,
children.
oh, I must be eating too much, but you're not, because if your body's hungry for it, then you're eating the right amount.
Exactly. You have to, and intuitive eating is so hard. I'm not going to get into that whole thing, but you do have to listen to your body.
Yeah.
Like if your body is hungry, or even like if it's not physical hunger, like your belly doesn't have to be rumbling for you to eat. Like there's so many things that I notice when I'm like, just all of a sudden there's a drop in energy, or I'm just really, really grumpy or snappy, then I'm like, right, I need to eat something. That's the reason.
Literally happened to us yesterday. We
Yeah.
were like, I'm literally flagging. Why am I so tired?
Oh,
And
because
then we
we're
were sat there and
hungry.
we were like, oh, we need to eat dinner.
Yeah.
And then we had dinner and we were like, whoa!
we're alive.
But the other thing is, right, hot take.
Ooh.
Hot take. I completely agree that you need to listen to your body. Fully do, because
Mm.
I've been saying that through my whole recovery, like, listen to your body. But having been on ADHD meds, having had grief this year, stress this year,
Yeah.
I found it kind of hard to listen to my body.
Yeah.
I have had times where I've been the opposite of hungry, aka not hungry, not sure why I had to
Yeah.
word it like that. I've really been not hungry, and I've still had to eat because I know that no matter what, whether I have an appetite or not, and your appetite can be affected by a lot of things, like
Yeah.
stress, anxiety, medication, sleep, like your appetite's affected by a lot. Whether you are feeling your stomach rumble, whether you're, oh my God, I'm really hungry or not, you need to eat. Your body needs fuel.
Yes.
Your body needs regular fuel. Like, you cannot run on empty.
No.
And I, this year, have just made sure, no matter what, every day I have 3 meals
Yeah.
and 3 snacks.
Yeah.
And if I want more, I have more. But
Yeah.
there have been times where I have found it really hard to listen to my body. And I think some people find it, there's this kind of talk online about intuitive eating and listen to your body, listen to your body. And I think,
Yeah, because sometimes you don't understand those cues,
Mm.
especially when your body has been so deprived for so long. You don't understand what hungry is, or your body's
Yeah.
got so like used to feeling it that you don't recognize it.
Yeah.
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 So it's like you said, it's really important to just keep up with that routine and know that there is a bare minimum that you have to eat.
And I think, like all things on social media, all things related to comparison, it is good
Yeah.
to add a little bit of nuance in there. Like,
Yeah.
whenever you're seeing this content, just know that it's okay if your life looks different.
Exactly.
You don't have to be like every single person in every single reel that you see. Because they are posting it doesn't mean that that's the way you need to live your life. Live your life the way
Yeah.
you want to live it, the way makes you happy. If you want to take bits and bobs from people's content that inspires you, that's
Go
going to
for it.
help you be happier,
Yeah.
go for it. But you need to know that this is your life, and you don't have to adapt to every single trend, every single bit of content that you see.
Imagine if everyone lived the same life. Like, actually put that into real life context. Like, if everyone compared themselves to this, I don't know, this ideal 5 a.m., does everything completely possible that they could ever do, if everyone aspired to live like that, how boring would life be?
We'd have nothing to talk about.
No, everyone would be exactly the same. Everyone would be like,
Mm.
what did you do this morning? And then everyone would be like,
I woke up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
and I had a coffee, and then I went for a run.
exactly.
Then
Like,
I came
what?
home and I showered.
And it just, that's not life.
No.
Like, you have to live for you. And I say this so many times, but it's your life. Like, and it's so hard to find what you enjoy. I understand that as well. But it's about finding those things and doing those things that make you happy.
Mm.
Like, what's the point of living for someone else or to be someone else?
I'm not going to lie, I find it way more enjoyable to play Sims
Exactly.
than to, like, crochet. But everyone online seems
Yeah.
to crochet, and I wish I was that cool, and I wish I could
Yeah.
crochet, but I can't.
And that's fine.
But what I do to wind down is play Sims.
Exactly.
And that's okay.
Exactly.
I do my thing, and that's what makes me happy.
That's what makes you you.
Yeah.
And if you were like everyone else, then you wouldn't be you. And I wouldn't like you.
Ew, you're gross. Go away.
Disgusting.
You are just the same as everyone else. I'm not like the other girls, basically. That's what we're taking from this episode.
I'm so unique.
I'm so unique and special.
Yeah. That was a joke.
No, it wasn't.
And I guess that leads on to, I mean, we've spoken about it a little bit, but how we deal with comparisons ourselves. Like, what do you do when you feel yourself spiralling into the comparison trap?
First of all, turn my phone off.
Yeah.
If I notice that I'm scrolling and I'm feeling worse, I'm like, nope, I need to get off Instagram. And I just turn my phone off and I try to not consume the content that is making me feel bad.
It's very good for you to be able to recognise that and actually take the step to turn off your phone. Because sometimes I realise that I'm doing it and then I carry on, and it's so hard to just force yourself to be like, actually, no, this is not good for me. So it's about taking that step for yourself and putting yourself first in that sense.
I like to put my phone on the side, go downstairs, play a game with my family. I can sometimes feel anxiety building in my chest as I'm scrolling, and that sounds really weird, but it's sometimes I can just feel that I'm comparing myself and I'm seeing other people because social media is technically our job, right?
Yeah.
And I follow a lot of people who also do social media as a job, and it's seeing all of their metrics constantly, everything they're doing. I just find myself getting really panicked. So I'm like, oh my God, I should be working right now. I should be doing X, Y, and Z, and I can't do it all. And so then I'm just like, no, this is just a world on my phone.
It's not.
I can lock my phone, and I don't need to think about it.
Yeah.
I put my phone away and I go and do something that makes me genuinely happy.
Yeah, it's that whole realisation that life is so much bigger than your phone. Even not yesterday, the day before yesterday, I don't think I picked up my phone once the whole day, and I felt so good for it. Because even if you're subconsciously comparing yourself, there's always something that you pick out and you're like, I should be doing that, or I'm not good enough in this sense.
Yeah.
So it's, maybe that's something that you could take away from that, is just take, even if it's 10 minutes, just to put your phone away and realise that there is so much more than comparing yourself to a million other people online. And we're not wired to do that. We're not meant to see what hundreds to thousands of other people do every single day.
We are literally not biologically built to have this much information, to be on call to everyone constantly. I'm always thinking, oh my God, why do I find it so overwhelming to respond to people all the time? And it's well, because in the past I didn't even have to. Well, not me, I've always known this, but
as people,
biologically, 500 years ago, I would only have to speak to the people in my life, as in
physically,
direct family, direct if I had a job, which I probably wouldn't have 500 years ago. I don't know, I'm not a history gal. But we're not built, our brains are not built to be on call to everyone constantly, to be comparing, having access to all this information about everyone all of the time. We are not built for that.
No, and I think that's very apparent because it makes us feel so overwhelmed. But it's just realising that. But we're doing that slowly.
Yeah,
it's a work in progress. I think we're doing really well.
Do you have any more coping mechanisms?
I just zone out by watching YouTube, pretty much. I'll put my phone on do not disturb, and put it, like you said, kind of to the side, and just watch something and zone out, and really try and focus on how I feel in that moment. This is making me happy. Lighting this candle and having a bath is what's making me happy. Good for someone else if doing all these things make them happy, but I'm happy here.
I mean, this is more evidence that everyone's different, because you're a bath girl and I'm a shower girl.
Exactly, which I don't understand, guys.
If I had a bath, I would be sweating, I'd feel like I was going to die, and then I'd probably faint.
That's not good.
I don't like...
Maybe
I don't
have a bath.
You're sitting in human soup, JC.
Okay, you don't have to put it like that. Please, that makes me sound gross. But you have to understand what I'm saying. Sometimes standing up in a shower is hard work. I'd rather just lay. I would rather just lay. Even if it means I'm a little bit dirty, I'd rather just lay.
JC likes laying in her own...
I will have a 2-hour bath.
What?
Have I not told you?
Are you not going to be a prune at the end of that?
I am, but I love it.
You're so shriveled up, surely, after those 2 hours.
Yeah, but I just... It's like laying in bed, but you're not in bed.
But
so
don't you sweat while you're in the bath?
No, because you have it at good temperature. So if you don't have it too hot, then it's fine.
I find it boring if it's not hot.
Yeah, I do have to top it up.
When it gets lukewarm, I'm like, I'm just sat in medium temperature water.
For no reason.
Yeah.
Just cooking here.
Yeah. But then if I'm sweating, I'm just lying in a pool of sweat and water.
Yeah, I try not to think about that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Sorry.
I should have more showers.
Are you a bath or a shower person?
Comment below.
Comment below.
I'd love to know.
Human soup. I said this was a safe space, but clearly not for bath.
Yeah, you're judging
bath
me.
users.
You're literally judging me right now. Us
No.
bath users, you shower with people stay over there.
I don't even enjoy showering.
Don't
I just
enjoy it
don't
at
like
all.
washing myself.
I just don't do it. Ever.
A smell. You're so lucky that you can't smell me right now. This has gone very off-piece. Maybe we end the episode here.
I think so. I think we're
Yeah.
I think we're having a funny 5 minutes.
I think we need to go eat some lasagna.
Oh, don't tempt me. Let's do it.
Don't send me with a good time. We are going to end these episodes with a
Yeah.
little section called What's on Your Mind,
Yes.
where we are going to give you the chance to ask questions, to ask for advice,
And
to
we'll
have a little chat.
Yeah, we'll do our best.
Yeah, and we're just going to try help you best we can.
Yeah.
But for this episode, we thought it would be good to just kind of get to know us, get the vibe of the podcast.
Yeah, as you can tell, it's very, very chill. Like, you're literally in the room with us, and we're all just like besties here, just having
chilling.
open conversations. I feel like it was a good way to know that it's not going to be a heavy podcast. Do you know what I mean? Like, some podcasts, in a self-help kind of way, are really intense to listen to, and this isn't going to be like that at all.
This is a fun place,
exactly,
but also a place where we talk about deep things, but
in a fun way.
in a fun way, because I will just perpetually be burping. That's what worries me about holding a microphone this close to me. I'm like, just going to start gurgling. I can't help it.
Oh no! You're welcome, guys.
You're welcome. You know all about my gas activity. Okay, now that's too much.
Bodily functions.
My bodily functions. Okay, we love you lots.
Wait, I'm gonna carry that one.
Jacey's carrying on.
Take it away.
Take it away, Erin.
Yeah, I feel like it's really nice to just let our personalities out, because we cover a lot of heavy topics, and to cover heavy topics in a way that just makes us feel really comfortable, and hopefully you feel comfortable as well. It's just really nice. Like, I feel really free right now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm having a great time.
I am, and I hope you are too.
But I feel like we have... How long have we been recording for?
Almost an hour. Maybe an
Okay,
hour.
we've chatted your ear off.
We have.
We will see you in the next episode. We're going to see you every Sunday.
We can't wait to have you here. We're so happy you're here now. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank
you
you.
for listening.
We love you so much, and we hope
We
you
do.
enjoyed. And please also follow the podcast so that
Yeah.
you can get...
All the updates, all the
All
behind the
updates.
scenes.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot that we didn't even keep in that you're going to see.
There were so many bloopers. I don't even want to think about it.
Oh, dear.
But we will see you next week.
We will see you next week.
We
Thank you
love
so much
you.
for watching.
Thank you for joining the comfort zone.
Bye.
Bye.